And I'll show more of the San Francisco camp in this hour segment, as I had to split this into 2 parts, so that way it'll fit onto Daily Motion. Getting used to that form because that's where the new channel is pretty much going to be after December 10. And I just really want to get that channel loaded up anyways. But nonetheless, though, I can't think of any better scriptures than what you've seen, with the reaction to the PG&E power outages and to everything else. There was a comment that they had removed, but pretty much they said, if Spectrum works for PG&E, they should be hung. They kind of removed that. It was on there, but I didn't have the screen recorder on that to catch that when I was helping to catch that within the screen recorder. But that comment's gone, of course, because Esau didn't like it. Nonetheless, though, we know that this is all part of it, but this is, again, uproars of the people. So I can't think of any better passage than this one in Matthew 24. Yahawashi said unto them, see ye not all things? Verily I say unto you, there shall be none left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And when shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And we're in that times now. And Yahawashi answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. We're seeing all that right now. And there are beginnings, these are all the beginnings of sorrow, that they may deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Again, most people hate Great Millstone. You see, this other guy only comes out every 2 years or so, and then wants to talk some shit about Great Millstone. Yeah, so it's like him. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. That's why we're the most hated group. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Many people are in those bootleg camps. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And a lot of these bootleg camps, they were once with one West. That's the funny thing about that. They were all part of one West, but they did not follow Apostle Tahar. They wanted to go their own way, And so Apostle Tahar, along with the other apostles, set up Great Millstone. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's where we're at right now. So I hope all this has been edifying. Now to watch some other edifying videos, and definitely we're in that regeneration now. We are the prophets of old that have come back. We've come back to our lot. So when I united with the San Francisco camp, it felt like, wow, man, I haven't seen them in well over 2,000 years. That's how it felt to me. In other words, I definitely felt that I knew them a long time ago, but it's just been so many years since I've seen them. Many lives I've led before I found them again. That's just how this has been. But, you feel that spiritually, it's like, wow, I've been gone for so long. Jerusalem has been gone for so long. We're fighting to get Jerusalem back. We're fighting because we know that Yahawashi is about to return. And eventually, we won't be separated like this. So I hope that all this has been edifying. Until next time, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, bahasham quadash, Barak atham, the hopeful elect. Shalom.
All right. I'd like to start off by saying Barak the Yahawah, bahasham yahawashi, bahasham quadash. Welcome to another live lesson. Just wanted to do a quick little lesson, all right, called Reincarnation is Biblical. And this is pretty much based off of this conversation I was having, with a brother. And he was reading into the book of Mark, the 14th chapter. And we were talking about a certain part of Mark 14th chapter. And excuse me. And as I read down, after I had the conversation with the brothers, I read down. There was a point in there that rung out that Lord's what we're gonna get to once I read this other scripture here. But reincarnation is biblical. It's just that a lot of people out there, they shun it because they say it's a heathen custom and this, that, and the other. But there's a lot of things that are scriptural that other nations do and say. It doesn't make it heathenistic, it's, as long as it's in the scriptures and it's a part of our customs. It's just that these people don't accept it because they've been taught not to accept it. Now if reincarnation was something that was taught heavily in all these different Christian churches, they wouldn't have a problem with it. But because you have Esau that controls the narrative of what can be taught and what can't be taught, that's why people don't teach it. But anyway, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And the thing that it's speaking about is speaking about the spirit. It says, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And that's why there's a term called history repeats itself. And the reason why is because it's the same people coming back, doing the same exact things. And that's why you have something called deja vu, which the word deja vu is a French word meaning already seen. It says, and there is no new thing under the sun. And everything that's under the sun, every spirit that's under the sun is not new. Every spirit that comes on here as a baby and gets old and dies, that spirit has been here many different times. It says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? So there's no new spirits, because the Most High said he's the father of spirits. He created all spirits, and he sends a certain amount of spirits onto the earth because this was their destiny, just like you had a certain amount of other spirits that were left to be up in the heavens. It says it had been already of old time, which was before us. So all of us have been here many times. There is no remembrance of former things. Why? Because the Most High blocks that memory from our mind so that we won't be able to remember the things that happened in our past life. It says, neither shall there be any remembrance of those things that are to come with those that shall come after. Why? Because how is there going to be no remembrance of things to come? Because the person that was alive, it could have been a prophet, could have seen a vision of the future. But when he goes back into the heavens and comes back the next time, he's not going to have any remembrance of that. All right, with those that shall come after. So there won't be any remembrance. Why? Because the Lord blocks that part of our memory out so that we won't know who we are, because that could lead to pride. It could lead, to many other things. So the scripture in question is Mark the 14th chapter. This is dealing when yahawashi was about to be led to be crucified. First of all into the hands of them wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, the high priest Caiaphas and Ananias and all of them. And this is what it says, and they led yahawashi away to the high priest, and with him were assembled all the chief priests and elders and the scribes. And this is after Judas Iscariot betrayed him. And Peter followed him afar off, even into the palace of the high priest. You see, so the apostle Peter was following him because they left him as soon as he got pinched, so to speak. They all left him because it was to fulfill the prophecy of smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. And that had to go down that way. All right, just to fulfill prophecy. And he sat with the servants and warmed himself at the fire. This is dealing with Peter, which proves that during the time of the Passover, it is cold outside because they had to warm them. So it wasn't something that they could have just put on a light jacket and that's it. They had to actually light a fire to warm themselves. It says, and the chief priests and all the council sought for witness against yahawashi to put him to death, and found none. And these wicked Pharisees and them were just that. They were wicked because they didn't like yahawashi because of his message. So they wanted to get somebody. It didn't matter who it was, a false witness, anything, anybody, two false witnesses to agree one with another so that they can have the reason to execute him, to condemn him, to crucify him. And that was wickedness. That's what the scriptures say, follow not a multitude to do evil. It says, for many bear false witness, and you better believe that these men are back here today. For many bear false witness against him, but their witnesses agreed not together. And that's a wicked thing to do, to bear false witness upon somebody that can cost them their life. But this had to be so, because this is, what the scriptures prophesy. They hated me without a cause, so on and so forth. And there arose certain and bear false witness against him, saying, We heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands. And he was talking about his body, because he is the head of the actual temple. And that's why today the third temple is being built, but it's being built spiritually. Yahawashi being the head, and then all of the men that were given to him make up the rest of the building. It says, but neither so did their witness agree together. So none of these witnesses agreed, and they were looking for someone to put Yahawashi to death with, or some false witness. And the high priest stood up. So don't think it's strange. Oh, he's an Israelite, so he ain't gonna lie. Nah, man, you have a lot of wicked Israelites out there, man, that are very treacherous. Matter of fact, the Apostle Paul, before I read on, the Apostle Paul warned us of that. Let's go to Philippians chapter 2 and verse 15, I believe it is. It says that you may be blameless. I've started at 14. Do all things without murmuring and suffering. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Because this is a crooked and perverse nation. And the prophets of the Lord shine like lights among them, holding forth the word of life, which is what we're teaching, that I may rejoice in the day of Yahawashi, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. So by us doing what we're doing and suffering what we're suffering, that we may be able to rejoice in the day when Yahawashi comes back, which leads us back to Mark 14, now verse 60. It says, and the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yahawashi, saying, Answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? But he held his peace and answered nothing. Again the high priest asked him and said unto him, Art thou the anointed, the son of the blessed? And Yahawashi said, I am. Now this is the high priest asking him, right? The high priest stood in the midst. He's asking him, he's talking to him. And Yahawashi said, I am. And ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. So this was 2,000 years ago when he told this man that. So what does that mean? That means that this man is going to be alive today to be able to see the second coming of Yahawashi, which proves that reincarnation is in the Bible. And there are many different examples. Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And these men that pierced him, they are long dead and gone. That was 2,000 years ago. So this is also more proof of reincarnation in the scriptures. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so be true. And back then, all these people you see today were all back then in Jerusalem, in those areas. Not the whole planet, of course, but a lot of these people that you see involved in the ministry and jakes that know about the truth, and certain leaders among Israel. These are some of them wicked Pharisees and Sadducees and high priests and them that were back there that crucified Yahawashi and were persecuting the men of the Lord back then. So Yahawashi told this man that you shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. And this hasn't happened yet. This is about to happen. This is when Yahawashi cracks them clouds and comes back. See, so this is the actual reincarnation. And we read here that those that pierced him shall also see him when he comes back. And I'll leave you with one more. Let's go to the book of Revelation chapter 10 and verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book which is dealing with the Bible. Matter of fact, I started 8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And that's how this truth is. It's sweet to the taste, but then once it hits the belly, you know, which is the understanding, it becomes very bitter. Let's get a quick precept on that. Go to Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. So that proves that this truth is sweet, but it also gets bitter. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy. This is then the angel telling the apostle John, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. And there is no record of the apostle John leaving from the island of Patmos. He was up in age. He was in his 90s, possibly his mid 90s to upper 90s, you know. And there's no record of him leaving the island of Patmos. So when was he going to prophesy before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings? In this time today, you know, that's when he would do this. So this is another scripture that proves reincarnation. And there's many scriptures in the Bible that prove reincarnation that we could go through, you know, but this is just some of the something that I ran across in Mark the 14th chapter, because, you know, based off of the conversation I was having with the brother. There was another precept. Oh, okay. Let's go to Daniel real quick. Chapter 12 and verse 13. It says, but go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days. And Daniel is back in his lot today. You know, he's out there as a prophet teaching, you know, in his lot. And the prophets are all back in their lots, because the scriptures say, oh, this is another one. 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. It says, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, meaning if you were a prophet in the past, you will be a prophet now. So these are all scriptures dealing with reincarnation, but these wacky-tacky Christians don't want to accept it because it goes against their beliefs. But it's not really just so much as their beliefs. It goes against the curriculum that they were allowed to teach. See, the word of the Lord has free course, you know, and this society, along with other men, they try to enslave the word of Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. 2 Thessalonians 3:1. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Most High, the word of the Lord, may have free course and be glorified, even as it is with you. You see, so these wacky-tacky Christians, what they try to do is they try to suppress what the scriptures say by putting a stamp of what they say should be it should say. And since they have the authority, the majority of the people follow them, because the majority of the people are blind. It says, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men, for all men have not faith. Now let's look up this word free course real quick. The word is treco. It says to run, of persons in haste, of those who run in the race course. So this is supposed to be done in haste. Does not the scripture say hasten in the day of the Lord? And that's why it's so important to be able to push this truth and this doctrine in its truest form. It says of doctrine rapidly propagated, by a metaphor taken from runners in a race, to exert one's self, strive hard. And this is what, so that the word of the Lord can have free course, so that it does, so that we can run freely with it and fast and not be hindered at every turn, you know. And these wacky-tacky Christians do this, and you had men in the past that have done this, trying to stifle the word. You know, these wacky-tacky Christians try to stifle the word by holding it back. That's why they say, you know, you can't teach about reincarnation. Why? Because they weren't taught that, and that's not part of the curriculum that they can teach. They're on a strict schedule of what they can and cannot teach. It says to spend one's strength in performing or attaining something. Yeah, because you have to put your all into it. You only get out of it what you put into it. You know, mental exercises as well as physical exercises. Word occurs in Greek writings denoting to incur extreme peril, which it requires the exertion of all one's effort to overcome. See, and this is why it's so important to understand what is written in the book. And that's why the Lord said that, you know, I will give you pastors that will feed you with knowledge and understanding. But the pastors that will feed you with knowledge and understanding will be given to us, the Lord said, according to his heart, meaning what's written in the book, because this is the Lord's heart, what's written in the book, what he wants us to know, the part of his heart that he wants us to know, because there's other things that are secret that only he knows, that we have no business. Knowing about.
Shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire?
Yeah, and we're just speaking upon that. We're being tried right now, and that trial carries on to the end, man, until we get delivered. Okay, Lord's will, you know.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Yeah, you see, we have hope. All right, you know, we have hope of deliverance. The scriptures say, "Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." All right, so that's what we're doing. We're patiently waiting on yahawah Yahawashi's return. You know, we're waiting on the Lord to make good on His end, while we make good on our end while we're waiting, man. All right.
It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubt."
Yeah, don't doubt, man. Okay, that's a damn demon to get downhearted. That's why we're supposed to be building up our faith on a level right now, because it's gonna benefit us. We're not gonna be able to be around brothers, you know. All right, you're not gonna be able to get those comforting words from another brother. Counsel, you know, a brother to pick your spirit up, like bringing out, you know, the scriptures to you, man. You know, we're all gonna be moving, you know. They's gonna be on the go.
He said, "For the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord."
Yeah, see? So it's bigger than just knowing the name. That's very important to know the names of Yahweh, Yahawashi. All right? Once you have those names, you have to understand the will. You have to be executing the will of Yahweh, Yahawashi to the best of your capabilities, man. All right?
Yeah. Jeremiah 30:7.
Yep.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Yeah, that's right. What we were just saying, man. You know, the scriptures say that clearly. All right. This is gonna be like no other historical event or account that you can look up or read about, man. You know, it's gonna be a brand new event, and it's gonna be the worst. All right. You got it. All right.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, that's right. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That he is talking about the elect, man. All right, because the Lord is bringing this judgment to pass to judge who? You 2/3. They can hold Jeremiah, I believe, the 15th chapter on that. All right. This is categorized. The title is Jacob's trouble, man. All right, for the Lord to judge you 2/3, man. Get you one good time, once and for all type of thing, man. It's the last time that the Lord get to jack up niggas. All right, and the Lord is gonna make an example out of you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, men, women, and children, elderly and young. All right, Ezekiel 9:4 on down, man. You know. The whole 2/3. All right.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1.
Yep.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, that's right, man. Because there's gonna have to be divine intervention, man, to put a stop to what this devil is about to attempt to do to us as a people, chiefly to the Lord's chosen, you know, the elect, the 1/3. All right.
It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, because it says what? If the Lord didn't cut the time short, there'll be no flesh to be saved, man. So the Lord is going to have to put this devil to a complete stop, all right? And take his ass out, man. Yahawah is going to have to send back yahawashi, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation.
Yeah. So you think you can look up any time of trouble that you can ever think about. Going to the history. All right. Hey man, it's gonna be worse than all those things combined, man. Okay, I forgot what I had seen, but pretty much it was a Jake. It was like, man, I'm glad we ain't in the slavery days no more. That was hell, being on the ships. Man, y'all about to go. It's about to be worse than that. All right. See, Jake think they got through the hardships already. They comfortable. Yeah, I'm equal now. I'm getting jobs. I'm rubbing shoulders with Esau. I'm marrying into the family. Yeah, I'm cool now. No, man. They gonna show you. Esau's gonna show you in that day, man. You still that same old nigga that I hate. All right, and I want to put to death.
You spoke about divine intervention. I got the definition. It's definition from dictionary.com of divine intervention. It says the divine intervention is the interference of a deity in human life, properly extended to any miraculous seeming turn of events. So pretty much it's like all odds are against you, and then all of a sudden it's a miraculous seeming turn of events. We have examples in the scriptures of all types of miraculous seeming turn of events where Jake's back was put to the wall and the Lord always delivered. Noah, when the flood, the Lord delivered him and his three sons and their wives. Daniel in the lion's den, when it looks as if he's going to get eaten by the lions, what happened? The Lord shut the lion's mouth. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when it looks as if they're going to be burnt alive in fire, the Lord had the angel come and protect them. A miraculous seeming turn of events,
That's right. That's a beautiful point you made. You got that right?
It's Isaiah 59 and 19.
Yeah.
So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
And who is the enemy? Because they don't understand that, hey, we have enemies, man. We have a hell of a lot of enemies. Nations worth of enemies. Yeah, we have one chief enemy, all right? That's the red Hebrew Edomite, the so-called white man, okay? Esau, all right? And he's about to come down like a flood, man, okay? He already has it on the books. Project Megiddo, King Alfred plan. He wants to kill you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and he's gonna attempt to do so. He's gonna get a lot of you niggas, man, because the Lord is gonna be with him to a certain point. All right, go away.
It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to cause divine intervention to take place. Because we're going to need it. The Lord is going to give certain men spiritual power. And the Lord is going to have angels just intervene, man. All right? Miraculous events come to pass, man. It's going to be undeniable that this is Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi.
I got a precept. Yes. Isaiah 41 and 13. For I, the Lord, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee.
That's right, man. Because the Lord is our guide, man. And the Lord is going to be with us in that very day. How much, the Lord is with us today. We have certain events. A few weeks ago, we had a bug out northern nigga pull up with his little gun tricks. All right, the Lord was with us, man. So how much more if we continue to trust Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi? How much more will He be with us in the time of our severe trouble, man?
It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee."
Yeah, that's right. Cause we're in a very low position. You got a question?
Yeah, y'all study Hebrew, right?
Yeah.
Y'all study like Arabic too, and sister language, Syriac?
Nah, we mainly focus focusing on the Paleo Hebrew.
Okay, all right,
The ancient Hebrew.
All right, so I know, amongst Torah scholars, right, there's this supremacist ideology, right, like the Ashkenazim, right, they're not so kind to the Mizrahi or Sephardim, right? So even then, right, their scholars, right, they refer themselves to the Yemeni Jews, right, and the Hebrew that they practice, right, because of the proximity to the Arabs, right, and obviously, there's a scholastic tradition with both Arabs and Jews, right, that's symbiotic, right, just like the relationship and proximity over years, right. So I'm just bringing that to your attention. Look up Yemeni Hebrew to study as well, all right. All right, clear up some things. Anything bounce back and.
All right, man. What's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking?
Afghan, Bashtu.
African Bashtu?
Yeah, Afghan.
Oh, Afghan. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're all over it.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, Taliban cats.
Yeah,
I was allowed to be proud of what I was, bro. Yeah, this guy's battle axe.
Yeah, man.
He's sharpening. All right.
He could be a Jake, man, but he's bugged out. It ain't no point in even going back and forth with Jake. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, back to the lesson.
Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not thou one Jacob and ye men of Israel.
Yeah, cause we're in a very low position, man. The odds are against us. All right, Esau. Hey, you can't combat Esau with his own blessing, with the sword, man. Okay, so really, we're out battled on a carnal level. All right.
It says, fear not thou worm Jacob and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord is gonna help us, man. All right, the Lord is gonna conquer, take out our enemies. We just read a little bit about that in Zephaniah 3 and 8, the determination of yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. All we have to do is what? Remain faithful and remain patient, man, and keep up the works. All right, the Lord is gonna do the rest.
It says, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth.
Yeah, the Lord is going to give that spiritual power, man. Like I was saying, we can't combat Esau on a carnal level with his own blessing. All right, that's why we're doing it spiritually. By what? By bringing out this word. That's the biggest threat to Esau in his rulership. The truth. Okay, and what the Lord is going to give certain men that spiritual power. All right, to execute the Lord's vengeance. Okay.
It says, thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small.
Yeah, talking about these governments. All right, go ahead.
And shall make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's not going to even be fair, man. How can you combat spiritual power? All right, that's why you're seeing these certain superhero movies or these cartoon shows. Hey, you're outbeat. You have no choice but to submit or be destroyed, man. And that's the time that we're coming into. But guess what? The Lord is going to keep that pride on these nations, chiefly Esau, just so he can get jacked up. All right, just so the Lord can flex his power even more. What you got, bro?
Jeremiah 16 and 16.
Yep.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord.
That's right. We're fishing right now, man. We're fishing. We're fishing for the elect in the spirit. And the word is the bait. All right. And the seed is you people. All right. Bring out what? Certain clean fish and good fish. Because many are called, but few are chosen. All right. So we're fishers of men at this point right now. Go ahead.
And they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them.
Yeah. And what does a hunter do? A hunter kills. Esau is a crafty hunter. What does he do? He goes and kill for sport. All right. So the Lord is going to turn us into killing machines, man. All right. And we're gonna kill in righteousness. Okay. We're gonna execute the judgment.
And as a fisherman, what does it take? Patience. You just cast the rod out, you can sit back, just wait for him to bite, you know. But as a hunter, then what? You on your toes, you ready to prowl, you know.
Yeah,
you won't go
for it. Yeah, yeah. You going for the prey.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Those them down.
Just a little more. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, that's right. So anywhere that you're hiding, in these churches, in these government buildings, all right. If a brother can, I think it's at
Amos,
yeah. You know these bunkers, these space hotels. All right, because these elites know that the judgment is coming. Their thing is, they think they're going to be able to control it and escape it, which they are going to be able to escape it. Yet that's the fulfilled prophecy to be the first fruits of slaves.
Yep. Whole Psalms 149 as well.
That's right. See, the Lord got everything sewed up perfectly, man. You know, it just has to unfold.
Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
Yeah, that's right. The hell is talking about the ground, man. That's why they got these things deep underground military bases, man. All right, they're already established. You can see certain of the videos on YouTube. You got these big ass just areas, man, underground. You know, they got
like a missile silo, empty missile silos that they went and constructed because it already had the initial foundation being a deep hole in the ground, and then they just build all the little rooms and stuff in there.
They got all the gold hoarded. All right.
They said that business is booming.
Yeah.
Selling all those.
Yeah.
More than ever.
Straight up, man. It ain't just any old person that's gonna be up in those places, man. Just elites. It shows you that in that movie 2012. It was only elites making it on them boats, man. That was escaping that judgment. You had to have big money. You had to have a status. You had to be somebody, man. You know.
It says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, this will I bring them down.
Yeah, that's right. You go in your little space hotels that you're setting up. Guess what, man? You're gonna be brought down. You go in your deep underground military bunkers that you dug up. Guess what, man? You're gonna be plucked up, man. All right. Wherever you at, the spirit is gonna search you out, man, and you're gonna get got. All right. You're gonna be put right into when Jake gonna bring it out. You're going right into slavery, man.
It has to be fun for us, you know, as hunters.
Yeah.
Because it's called hunting game.
Yep.
You know, so it's gonna be fun for us, man, with those spiritual bodies to go around them devils up, around these elites and these other nations up.
Yeah, acting like we don't know where y'all at and shit. We know exactly where you at. The spirit got you cornered.
Yep.
All right. You know, we gonna pull up. Oh man, we're Esau. The whole time we know you right here under the bed or some dumb shit, man. This to have fun with you, man. But we gonna have the power to do that. You know, the Lord, and Jake can hold that too. What, Revelation 2:25, I believe.
Yep.
All right. The Lord is gonna give us that power, man. You know, the brother did a beautiful video about that, man. All right. The power is definitely coming. You know? And it's inevitable. Esau, you ain't gonna be able to stop this, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing against or about it. You know? Just accept the judgment.
Right.
You wanted me to hit the Psalms next?
Kind of. If I may say this, like you said, the power is coming. Really, if you want to get technical, the power is already here because the power starts with the understanding of the word, which is the quadash, which is Hebrew for Holy Spirit. Something with us, you know. That's why we're able to understand these words. But what the Lord is going to do is He's going to turn that switch up. It's like an on-off switch. He can turn it down, or He can turn it up, which is what you increase your faith. So what the Lord is going to do, He's going to turn that spirit all the way up to where Jake going to be doing miracles.
See, man.
We're going to be healing the blind, healing the sick. Like the Lord did 2,000 years ago, He walked on water. He made the blind to see. He raised the dead. No? But at that time, like the Lord said, if this was my kingdom, then will my servants fight. When yahawah returns, that's going to be Him getting His glory. That's His kingdom. So what? His servants are going to fight. You know?
Man,
I got Psalms. Psalms 149, verse 7. I'm sorry, verse 6.
Okay, you start from the top, huh?
I'll start from the top. Pray Psalms 149, verse 6. Praise ye the Lord. Verse 1. Oh yeah, verse 1. It's like it. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song.
Or sing unto the Lord a new song. That's what we're doing, man. We're up here piping, as it says in Matthew the 11th chapter.
Yep.
You know, 2/3 of our people don't have the spiritual ears to hear.
Yep.
You know, we're actually singing a song on 144,000 can sing, and the elect can understand. You know, and tap their foot, or you know what I mean, and dance into it. That's the song that we're singing. You know, bro?
And his prayer and his praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him.
Yeah, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. The only one that's doing that now is the Israel of the Most High.
Okay.
Alright, so that's the only ones who are going to be protected. Those who are glorifying Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi now. Those who are confessing yahawashi openly now are the only ones who yahawashi are going to confess to, you know, to his Father. Alright, those who are really glorifying Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi now, man.
Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
The children of Zion, or what the children is what? Bun.
Yep.
Bunyan. Let the sons of Zion be joyful in their king. Who is our king? Yahawashi HaMashiach. You know?
Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp.
Let them praise his name, as the brother went into. That's the key to salvation.
Okay.
Well, Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe.
That's right.
And also Acts 4:12, there is not salvation in any other name than Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi.
Yep.
Sirach 17:10, the elect shall praise his holy name. That name is key, man. Don't let nobody tell you anything different.
That's right.
And like the brother said, though, serving that name in truth and sincerity, not just calling upon that name, alright, but loving Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi is action.
Yep.
Alright? You can't just say I love the Lord and that's that on that. No. Man, you gotta show the Lord Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi that you love, man.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
He will beautify the meek with salvation. The meek shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Alright, it says he will beautify the meek with salvation. But what comes with that salvation? Those new bodies.
Yep. Yep.
You know, we're going to be beautified and we're going to be made perfect. And then what? We're going to beautify the earth. Alright, through what, man? Through the hammer. Alright, through the rod. As the brother holding out of Revelation, the 2nd chapter. You know, the earth is going to be whipped back into shape. First, hey man, the earth is going to be judged, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Through fire. Alright, but what? It's going to be beautified. That's a purification process. Just as we're being purified, you know, the earth is being purified. You know?
That's right.
So the scripture say the earnest expectation of the creature, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the living power. Oh, it's talking about Israel, but it's also talking about the creation of the Most High, man. The earth is in dire need of yahawashi, man.
Yep.
You know?
That's right.
So really right now, man, it don't matter if these people ain't listening, man. You know, the birds and the trees, all the things that really the men of the Lord made, you know what I mean, are rejoicing, man, at this word. This is good news to the inhabitants of the earth, man.
Yeah.
Which everything here in America is going to be destroyed. All right, but ultimately, you know how animals are. If you're a spiritual man, you know they're going to come right back, man. So the thing is, see, everything here got to be destroyed. It's fucked up when the animals got to go, man.
Yeah. It's defiled.
It's defiled.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
When you sing aloud upon your bed, that means you're chilling. You know, they say let them sing aloud upon their beds. That's when we're finally being a state of being comfortable and that tranquility. And we did a lesson earlier. The brother said, man, you got to labor to enter into that rest, though.
Yep.
All right. So when the saints being on their beds, joyful, meaning us what? Not having a care in the world. Us not being worried anymore, man.
Us not working no more.
Yeah.
You know?
We get to sleep in. You know, you don't have to have no alarm clock, man.
Yeah.
Get up when you get ready. Go to sleep when you get ready. You do whatever you want to do.
Say that.
So all we're going to be is programmed to righteousness.
Got it.
You know, we're going to automatically keep the Sabbath. Alright? We ain't going to do nothing wicked, man.
Yeah.
Like the brother Manatas like say, man, hey, we might not never have to say salat. We might never have to say excuse me because we ain't going to never offend.
Good.
That's what we got to look forward to, you know?
Good.
So all we gotta do is this right here, you know? Condemn wickedness, stand up for Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. All we gotta do is what's right to receive eternal life.
Okay.
This is a winning situation, like the elder Kazak been going into this weekend. Whether you know it or not, we're winning, man.
Yeah.
You know, we up.
Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth. Barak atha yahawah, barak atha yahawashi. Alright? Then with that sword, what are we going to do? Hey, can you get St. Luke 19 and 27? You know? Because this earth right here don't want to see Yahawah's kingdom be established, man. You know? You're talking to the wicked jakes, man, but nobody, man, wants to see the Lord return. Nobody wants to see righteousness be established, man. All these people are anti-Hamashiach Yahawashi.
The St. Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those my enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
And like the brother said, we got a lot of enemies, man. Yep. You know what I mean? We take on the enemies of Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. It says in Psalms 139:22, King David, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Yep. Alright, so the enemies of Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi are our enemies, man. And the Lord has many enemies, man. If you're not with them, you're against them. Yep. If you're not gathering, you're scattering. Okay, good. You know? That was doing that, right? What can you read it again, Baba Kashal?
It's St. Luke chapter 19, verse 27. But those my enemies, which were not that I should reign over them.
Yeah, so you don't want to bend the knee to Yahawashi? Yeah. Oh, you don't want Yahawashi to set up a righteous kingdom? What's going to happen? Read on.
It says, bring hither and slay them before me.
That's what the hunter's going to be doing. Alright, that's what the hunter's going to be doing. Like the brother brought out Jeremiah 16:16. We're changed from fishers to hunters. That's what we're going to be doing, man. We're going to be going out and rounding up the wicked, rounding up the enemies of our Lord, and chopping heads off, man. Shit, that's what Esau going to do. See, Esau take everything from the scriptures. When all hell break loose, what he got that red list, yellow list, what is the blue list? Yeah. Those who they're going to conform to society, those who are going to buck up. You know, what is the judgment for them? You know, which ultimately is us. Yep. They're going to have to be put to death because we're not going to conform to this society, man. We're not going to conform to that already mark of the beast, man. All right. But guess what? It's going to be like that when our Lord Yahawashi return, man. Yep. If you don't want to bend the knee, your head going to roll. You know? Simple and plain. And the examples are going to be made. Some people are going to change their answers quick once those heads start to get chopped off, man.
Scripture says that people should be willing and dead on power.
You know what? Like in that movie State Property, they say you can get down or lay down. And if you lay down, you're going to stay down. You go back to that song, bro?
Yeah. Back in Psalms 149 verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Yeah, that's beautiful because guess what? We had to go into captivity. It said us and our king. So guess what, man? Yeah, it's only right that you go back, that you go into captivity, starting with who? Your kings. All right, these wicked elites. All right, these Rothschilds, DuPonts, Rockefellers. All right, all those so-called banker families, man. All right, you're gonna be the first crop of slaves, man. First fruits of slavery. You bringing back the rest of your peon nation, man. You know. Pure hell, man. You gonna go from riches to rags very quick. All right, it's gonna be a total culture shock to you. All right, you gonna be used to being in the cut like a creep that you are, doing wickedness, man. To being to chilling, to what? To being in a pit, man. Constantly working, getting your back whipped. All right.
So here it is, you and your family haven't did work in centuries.
Yeah.
You know, in centuries, man. You ain't never did no work. You ain't never had to do nothing. You go from straight being on top to calling shots, man, to just taking orders.
Yep.
You know, getting the brakes beat off of you, man. You know.
That's right. What they say, when you on your way to the bottom, you see everybody that you stepped on. You know, because these other heathen nations, they gonna get their hand in on you too. Ham gonna be taskmasters. You think they ain't gonna want to get their licks? All right. So it's gonna be real bad for you Edomites. You know.
You know how Ishmael feel about you.
Good. They got more of it?
A little bit more. Okay. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written.
Yeah,
this honor have all his saints.
And what's the judgment written? Revelation 13:8. You know, if they gonna pull that out, you know.
And that's gonna be a beautiful thing. See, that's gonna be worth rejoicing and enjoying, giving praises to Yahweh, bahasham, yahawashi. That's what we look forward to. That's a part of the rewards that we're gonna receive, Lord's will, when we endure to the end. All right, we're gonna be able to execute the Lord's vengeance, taking recompense upon our enemies, man. You know, and it's not gonna be a damn thing any of our enemies can do about it. All right.
And the judgment written for Esau, Edom is basically be taken off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna have to do.
That's right.
But it's Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yeah, that's right as well. It's real documented in your own history. All right. What you did to the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. How you establish your power over us, man. The captivity that we had to go through and that we're still in. It was so bad that now our people is in a mental state of captivity. All right. You know, they have Stockholm syndrome. All right. That's how bad Esau got down on our people, man. So guess what? You gonna have to get it.
We was talking about that on the way up. I don't know if we put it on wax on the lesson, or we was just having a spiritual conversation. We was talking about that devil Willie Lynch.
Yeah, we said in the lesson. Yep.
Yeah, man. How you know what I mean? How that buck breaking and the shit that he did to us, got our people broken still to this day. To the point to whereas the only way that they can be healed is for the Most High just to destroy them and bring them back program right. You know. Ultimately, that's because we went off. You know, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, but who's the Most High swore? Who executed that, man? Esau is still responsible for that, man. You know?
They can hold Lamentation 4 and 21 too.
Yep. It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yeah, that's right. So there's nothing to debate about. You know, you got to go into captivity. You have to be slain by the sword, man. You have to be recompensed. All right. We don't want no goddamn 40 acres and a mule. We don't want no monkey ass nigga in office. All right. You know, we don't want none of this wickedness. Okay. We want you to go into captivity. We want your body, man. We want what Yahweh bahasham yahawashi guaranteed us. All right.
Got a precept?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
Yeah, that's right. That's why America is gonna get the worst destruction ever known to man, along with you people inside of it, man. All right, 100 million missiles, man. All right, completely consuming you people. That's overkill, man. You would think like, God damn, man, all the missiles for one place. All right, this is a very wicked place to be. The judgment is well deserved, man.
It says, "In the cup which she had filled to her double."
That's right, man. Yeah, double, man. So you gonna get this place is gonna get even worse. All right, judgment wise, man.
And when you read Daniel the 9th chapter, it said none under the sun have been done to what have been done unto Jerusalem.
Yeah.
All right. But what, man? It's gonna be done double unto Esau, man. You know, it's gonna be done double unto them.
That's right. That's right.
Why, like the brother said, that's why America's gonna receive the worst judgment ever, man. Because the blood of the saints that's here, man. You know, go to the book of the law and Numbers. It said the only way that this place can be cleansed of the blood that shed is by the blood of him that shed it. So that's the only way things can be made right. Here it is. You know, you got people always talking about karma. All right, everybody's talking about positive energy, being positive this, being tolerant that, good vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking about karma, what you put out is what you're gonna get back. Well, what has the so-called white man put out, man? Yep. You know, what has the biblical Edomites put out? Rape, robbery, murder, wickedness. All right, we brought it out in the book of Job, man. You know what I mean? If you plow wickedness, what are you gonna sow?
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
What are you gonna reap? You know?
Yeah.
Block it.
Precept was Psalms chapter 75 verse 4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift not up the horn.
Yeah, that's right. Lift not up your power. Pretty much, don't be proud in your position because you forgot the Lord put you in this position, man. And you don't even know why the Lord set you up in this predicament, man. Ultimately, to destroy and judge you, to take you right out, man. all right, for you to be an example ultimately to the nation of Israel, all right, of what true wickedness is, really to the world, okay? And then the Lord is going to take you right out of power and put you, really turn the tables on you, and that's what's going on right now, man. The tables are being turned right before your face. Your society is crumbling right before your eyes, man, all right? You're losing it all, okay? Quicker than it took you to gain that power, man, you're losing.
It says, lift not up the horn